Hi, I'm Nick, and welcome to our channel, which I am proud to announce is named High School Forever. Not much thought went into it, but it's pretty solid. It's much better than some of the other ideas we had that were probably a little explicit. So I'm going to start with the Get to Know Me tag today because you should know who I am before you want to watch me and the rest of our friends. So, my middle name is Jordan. Very androgynous. Love it. Favorite color is blue. I'm wearing this blue shirt. There's like 3 different blues on here. I'm wearing blue shoes too. If you can see, there's some blue on my socks, so I'm not really lying to you right now. My first best friend was Andrew Ferguson, and we've known each other since preschool, and we got drunk together last night. So I can say we're going strong. 21 years down the line. I am 5'9.5", emphasis on 5'9.5", because I'm just shorter than I want to be, and I'm really upset about it, and it's just not working out because of that. I would say I'm definitely a dog person. I recently realized my latest hair dye kind of matches my golden retriever, if you can kind of see right there. So I'm working even harder at becoming a dog myself because I like them that much. So I would say my funniest moment throughout school, I agree with Alexis on that being a really hard question because probably just like a lot of funny things happen when you do school. I'm going to blame drugs this time. I don't really remember many funny things that have happened to me in school, so I should probably treat my body better. Kidding, Mom. How many countries have I visited? Mexico, I went to Italy, Germany, Spain, and the Netherlands. So that's like 5. I am in and gone to college. Yeah, so I go to Cal Poly Pomona right now, and I'm learning a lot. Education is key. Thanks, Nikki. My favorite subject in high school that I ever did was history. I loved history. I actually went to college to do history. Turned out I didn't want to grow old in high school. And worst subject, always math. Every kind of math. Anything related to math. Every math. The worst. My favorite drink is either a European red wine or anything tequila related. Unpopular answer. Every time I want to order tequila, it's really difficult to convince my friends until after they've had 4 or 5 drinks to join me. My favorite animal is a dog. Talked about dogs already. Probably won't go into that more. But I also really love elephants because I think that they're smarter than us, and I think there's something really weird about them and how I think that they're telepathic. And I also like gorillas because they're really funny to watch play around with each other. So my favorite perfume, I use Old Spice. Definitely a coffee person. Tea, I respect tea. Tea is interesting. At the end of the day, I'm not interested in tea. I have no respect for it. So, one child name that I've thought of is Florence. A lot of it is because I've studied abroad in Florence and because I like Florence and the Machine, and I think Florence is a beautiful name. My biggest problem with the name Florence is the idea that my kid would ever be called Flo, and that makes me really nervous. So, I have played sport in my life. I played freshman football, bullied so hard. Fantastic time, actually. It made me blossom into the person I am today. And I think that I am good looking, and I think that I'm really nice to be around, so it's fine. I also played baseball growing up. I love baseball. I love going to baseball games. Still do. Good sport. Classy. My favorite book, so I have a reading problem. And that's my answer to that question. It's an eye thing. It's kind of like dyslexia. It's not worth explaining. But I love The Great Gatsby. And I'm really sad that The Great Gatsby is as overdone as it is because I'm pretty sure I've been to a few Great Gatsby parties. My favorite YouTubers, this one, Airbender Alexis, may have heard of her. Really interesting, really grunge. Loves the color black. Pretty girl. Yeah, but follow, subscribe. Airbender Alexis. My favorite movie. Ooh, I recently watched a 2-hour and 45-minute Britney Spears documentary, and that's my answer. Am I single or taken? I'm single. So my perfect idea of a first date would be, I don't know. I mean, ideally I would be into them, and that's something I need to find first. So that's where it starts. I mean, I love food, but then I get really nervous. I'm like, oh shit, is my breath gonna smell bad? Oh, do I like slop up this pasta right now and they're seeing like weird sauce on my face? So I feel like not food. I really like the beach. I like hanging out at the beach. And I do love coffee dates. I like to talk about coffee. And I would love to go to like a wine bar too sometime. I feel like that's like really nice. And like wine isn't like sloppy drunk. So you can just like, you'll be a little more talkative, but like you feel. How many girlfriend boyfriends have I had? I dated one boy for a month and a half. It was, honestly, it's like embarrassing to talk about. He's like really embarrassing, so don't look at his Instagram. How many girlfriends have I had? Oh, you're right. Casey Ryan Bold, Melanie Lemaster, Jacqueline Powell for 2 days. Really did a lot for my reputation. So those 2 days under my belt, big changing period of my life. Savannah Hurst. So there's sort of like the big four. One of my big four being someone for 2 days. But popularity skyrocketed after it, so it was worth it. But yeah, those are the big ones. My favorite memory from childhood? Ooh. A lot of self-loathing as a young boy who is confused with myself. But I think my favorite memories in childhood are just summed up by like probably going to Padre games with my mom. My mom is like me a lot. She's just more fun and a little less socialist. Is like the perfect way to describe her. So you should have a good image in your head right now of what she looks like because of that. So yeah, we would go to Padre games, really cute time. She's also a bigger fan than I am, and we would scream together and actually like yelled at other fans together, and it was potentially dangerous, but it was really fun. I speak like really no other languages. Kind of Spanish. Like I could probably listen to a good conversation and be like, I heard play guitar in that. And I learned like introductory words in Italy. Otherwise, yeah, just nothing. I can't really communicate with you in any other languages, unfortunately, to all of my viewers. So, I have 2 older brothers. Dan is 25, going on 26. Ben is 28. Ben's 28. Dan is artsy. Ben loves movies. Ben's really interesting. He likes like politics and history too. Dan's really cool. Me and him talk about the same music a lot, so it's chill. And they're very supportive of me, and I'm very supportive of them, I like to think. Hopefully I'm doing a good job. I would describe my fashion sense as I really don't like to conform to one look. Sometimes I like to be like a little masculine, and sometimes I like to be a little feminine, and sometimes I like to be just like standard, like classy, like, okay, like this is a cute collared shirt, like you're not doing too much with that, you just look nice. And then sometimes I like to be like, all right, like let's go to LA, like let me get my backwards hat and like get my like, you know, diamond t-shirt. And yeah, I like to be like very beachy too sometimes. So it is a big collective. I don't like to stay the same as how I describe my fashion sense. My favorite restaurant is hard to choose. I love any like vegan restaurant. I've like never been disappointed at any vegan restaurant, but like any restaurant that you meat eaters can eat at too. Kidding. I like Yard House. Yard House has some good vegan options. Shout out Rachel Sello. Open one near my house. Some of my favorite TV shows, probably my top two ever, are Lost and The Office. They're just like my childhood. Like I started watching Lost in season 1 when I was in 4th grade. I started watching The Office when I forget how old I was, but it was in season 3, and I followed it for years. And those are definitely my top two. I love Desperate Housewives. I love RuPaul's Drag Race. Generally more comedy. Like I watched Grey's Anatomy, but like I would watch a whole season of Grey's Anatomy, and then I would like mentally deteriorate, and I'd have to like recover for 2 months, and it was really hard to keep doing that every season. So I like stopped after season 6, to be honest. PC or Mac? I have a Mac. I'm not gonna say PC, even if they're better. I have a Mac. What phone do I have? I have an iPhone. I mean, why don't you, Lucas, Skylar? One of my bad habits, I have too many. So definitely nail biting. Hate my nail biting. I don't even realize I'm doing it like 90% of the time. Probably super off-putting, unbelievably awful habit. Hate it. Another bad habit I have would probably be like hiding from my problems. I don't know, like when something like comes up, I'm like, well, if I sit and just don't deal with this for like 2 weeks, like that's good somehow. Never works out. But when it works out, I'll let you guys know. Thanks for watching my first video. Next week's theme is exciting, and I get to pick it, and you'll have to find out. I'll leave it a little secretive for you. So now I get to pass the ball to our Wednesday host, Mallory Byrne, local Trump lover and Ariana Grande copycat. Bye!